morning. Let's see, I still need the chat up on the screen. And little heads up display. Okay, good, good. Some water. Dun, dun, dun. All right. Piping hot. There we go. Oh dear. We got it backwards. All right. Good morning, Zach. Put on backwards. Okay. 32 lines on screen seems reasonable. Why is everything backwards? Oh no. That takes way too much brain power. It's easier to write Rust. Hey, Glitch. How you doing? The warm up. Yeah. Oh yeah. All right, so I should probably show you where I left off. Where's Firefox? Come on, buddy. There you are. All right. I did a couple things while you weren't watching. So if we just reload or whatever. I renamed this to prompt. I added a little thing there. Didn't really do much in terms of, oh goodness, this song is just not okay with the like background, like oh, it was like anyhow. What is Bastion? Oh, Zach. Oh, Bastion. Bastion is... Oh. Do they not have like a dub, like a... Oh, they have dub, but not... okay. It's actor runtime, basically, for Rust. It has supervision trees, message passing, you're too much on the internet because the only thing you see with the it's 50% of morning Zetacron. But yeah, so this is something that's very common in systems like Erlang or Elixir, right? Because they're both built on Beam. I think I pretty much covered everything. Message-based communication. Oh, I didn't do distributed. It can be distributed. This is just kind of some of the benefits of Bastion itself. Yep, supervision systems. So, and basically what we're going to have is a system that uses message passing, right? Which we would normally do with channels, right? Yeah. So let's say you have a bunch of happy little users down here, right? And they're all connected to the web portion. The web portion would be sending messages over to the ECS, and if the ECS crashes or panics or whatever, the supervision trees, the supervisors just restart it, right? You'll get your message logged, the game just keeps going, right? You might have a little hiccup, maybe a little deja vu, whatever it is, depending on how you set it up. But yeah, it's good stuff. And so we're trying to get these live view pieces, which are from Actix. We're using a kind of a Actix plugin to have live views. And a live view is the ability for the server to push content to the client over a WebSocket. The show must go on. Yes. So this is an ECS is not. Yeah, Axum, the web project. ECS is the entity component system. It is. And there's a number of those. I'm planning on using the one from Bevy, because it seems very ergonomic, simple to use. A little bit of water, but it's like scalding hot. I'm going to take the lid off. Hopefully it will cool faster. So, oh, interesting. So in this case, you can see that whenever we make a change to this box, we're sending WebSocket messages to the back end. There's a heartbeat. And when we hit enter, it's supposed to clear this out. But it doesn't. Oh, because it's saying cleared out on hash prompt. So let's go fix that. I did change a couple of things. That should be class prompt. Does save and compile that quickly? Holy cow. I hit enter. No, it didn't. Oh, okay. This is because of what I did off screen. Build.rs. I decided to add SCSS compilation to the project. So we could do SCSS, it would get compiled down into CSS. Well, I support redundancy for the ECS, because if you do, it'll get interesting how you synchronize the state. The car. Oh, yep. Yep. Now, in this case, I need to also Okay. Need to tell it to watch the regular source code. Do is push write operations via broadcast to all ECS instances and read operations via an anycast. Oh, sure. The ECS assumes like a language such as C# will rely on a lot of casting or reflection. Does Rust have any issue with it in this regard? It doesn't. It doesn't, because you tend to get just the collection information. You're not creating classes at runtime. So you basically query for things related to, well, to the entity. So entities, what is it? Entities have components, and then there are also systems. So you register an entity, you have components that are related to it. And so you can say, hey, I want all of the, vector, let's say speed information regarding this entity, right? Or the location information regarding this entity. So you tend to get these pieces back. But for this, I'm really not planning on. So I'm going to be treating the ECS as a data store, right? But if something within that data, like as we are, I'm not going to say operating on it, but if some logic piece dies after it's fetched some data or during that fetch, I think our ECS will still be resilient. We'll still be able to get that information when the world processor gets restarted. So I'm not planning on restarting the ECS because it's more of just a data store. Kind of the same way that we would not restart Postgres, right? There are probably some gotchas in there, right? And I don't know what they are yet, so we'll explore that. And let's see if we can get this recompiled. There we go. F12 network. Let's reload. Why do we not have website? Oh, there it is. That was strange. Last enter. Selector did not get update. Clear value selector. Huh. See, that right there. That little, I don't know if you can see it. Right there. Let's get a pound instead. So it's getting the message. But this here, clear value, no longer a cargo clean? Something's a little strange. I feel like it's something to do with that build script. You saw the ECS has some state logic mix. So if the logic dies, the state dies with it. Yeah, so we create these systems, and I'm hoping that we can have those systems fail gracefully. But we'll see. restart it. Test. Enter. Oh, come on. Why does it... That little buddy right there. What's going on with that? Because we're seeing this, and that value right there, that should be a dot. Because this is a dot. I wonder if this clear value... I comment that out. Oh, Rust analyzers starting up. Okay. If I kill that, it's gone. Okay, so it is talking to the same one. But for some reason, selector is always pound prompt. Even though we just cleared that line. I am not pleased. What is going on with this? I feel like it is the build script. Let's test that. Web build.rs to web underscore build.rs. Let's try running it again. Reconnect that. New live view. Okay, we're sending info. Clear value. Is this a default or something? Like this appear. I'm gonna quit Helix. Oh, shoot. I renamed user input. It's prompt. Uh-oh. Look at that. Oh, okay. User error. Oh, hey, it's Wednesday. I mean, our remote's broken again? What is this web framework for? We are working on, yeah. It looks like 7TV didn't load. No. Huh. So hey, welcome. Swooper. This web framework, we are building a MUD, a multi-user dungeon, and the server is going to be pushing updates to the client, right, via a WebSocket. So in this case, this is going to be the user input. It's going to be lower on the page with text and other elements higher up, right? We're just really zoomed in here so people can see it on the stream. But this is going to be where somebody says attack monster, right? And go left, right? Go right, north, south, whatever it is. Yep. Axum running on top of Tokyo Bastion combo. Yes. And it is Sag. Okay. Now, because we... Let's see. FD user input.rs. Let's get rid of that. Can't believe I did that again. That's twice. Twice. Okay, here's prompt. Oh, and we need to put the build script back. Web underscore build to web. Okay, that's back. That's all we wanted, was to change that pound to a dot. Okay, getting there. Let's try one more time. Maybe the moment of sanity is past. Load. Wait for our little WebSocket connection. Where is our WebSocket connection? Oh, we got a little... Oh. Just an error on the favicon. That's strange. It took quite a while for that to show up. And it clears it. Okay. So we can clear the value for the selector. Perfect. That's what we wanted. So what I did do off camera yesterday, which I don't do much of, I added this build.rs script so that it would compile the SAS code. So I decided to use Grass for that. Grass appears to be a maintained SCSS2 CSS compiler. There's another one out there that I didn't use. Grass seemed more complete, and it has a stupid simple API. Hey, Bruno, how you doing? So, going to be converting that. Yay. And to show you that it works, if we look at, well, here's the output. It's not very much. We just have a little bit of prompt being cleared up. But if we look at prompt.scss here, this gets compiled into that other CSS, which might not look impressive at the moment. Compile that, run it again. It generates that SCSS over again. We reload, and now we have red dots up in the corner. Amazing. But yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. So we got that figured out. So now we're using SCSS. Okay. Now, do we want to style that a little bit or work on, and I think I'm going to choose later, work on connecting this live view to some sort of ECS. So we have this little user input thing, which is really a prompt. Let's rename that. So let's see, cargo watch -x dash cargo run. Oh, we have to put this in quotes. Cargo run -p server. Does that work? is it just run. How do I change all occurrences using Vim? So at the moment I'm using Helix, but I do love Vim and NeoVim. And to change all occurrences, you would use a language server. So you would need either a plugin or to use an LSP for Vim. So you could use Conqueror of Completion along in Vim, or the built-in LSP in NeoVim, along with Rust Analyzer, and then you can get a all this sort of rename functionality. Right? So when I've got the cursor on something, I can go to declarations, definitions, references, which is fun. So you can see the different lines. Yeah, NeoVim's pretty cool. Okay, where were... that seems to be running well. And if we make a change, does it kill it and restart it? It does. Oh, that's lovely. Okay, we'll just do that. And Helix isn't all half that bad. Isn't half bad. All words at once, yeah. I hear you. I think in Vim you would do what, :s/ the word you're looking for, which would be like JavaScript, with like Rust, right, G. If you want to do case insensitive, you could do something like that. Right. And that would just replace all occurrences of the word JavaScript with Rust. But oh, I saw something yesterday. Where was it? Yeah, open workspace symbol picker. So if I do this, we can go to prompt, just jump to it. Oh, that's nice. It's really nice. New message prompt. I wonder why we have two message. One here. Oh, because of the trait type. Okay, back to prompt. So we have update, and this gets called whenever, oh goodness, when does it get called? Whenever there's an event regarding this component. So in the live view, whenever we enter text, right? If it was a button, you could associate key presses with it, right? So whenever we get those events, like the user has changed the input, we're just kind of logging it at the moment and clearing it out if it's submit. Inlay hands, yes. Surprisingly, I haven't been missing them. I thought I would. Maybe I'm just too distracted with the shininess of it. Like it's new, right? Helix looks like a pre-configured NeoVim. Oh, tell my fingers that. They keep doing NeoVim stuff. I do like things like being able to select those. Very similar to Vim commands. But then if we wanted to split everything in there on the letter E, we could do that. Oops. So you could have multiple cursors suddenly, right? So I really like the multi-cursor mode. Anyhow, I'm looking forward to using multi-cursors more. Okay. This looks pretty good. The thing that we have not implemented is the mount. The mount is where we're going to wire this component into our ECS. Implement default members. Uh-oh. What did I do? Oh, there it is. Hey. Okay. You're gonna try Helix. Multi-cursors change how you... Yeah, I love it. Welcome, Museum. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. I think we need to get these live view handles to a common place. Yeah, it is nice having these dialogues pop up. It's really nice. And it has a decent tutorial or tutor. So just like Vim, run the tutor when you get it started. Now the questions here, do we send it to a single child? In which case we would have, let's say the HP UI, the prompt, right? Whatever the health stats are, right? Location, these pieces, all going to the single place, so that that one child could receive a message and then kind of route it to the right place. There's also the cheat sheet, right? Because the tutorial only takes you so far. So finding in this case we have Helix keyboard shortcuts. Just having something like this available, it's really nice. Because you can see, like, if you are like match mode, super helpful. If you're, and then to get into match mode, I think it's just M. But where is that? I don't know. Your minor modes, enter match mode. View mode, yeah. Sticky view mode. Oh, what is that? Shift Z? Oh, it just keeps the dialogue open. Oh, that's... Yeah. Okay. So we either send these to a single child or to something like the ECS to be able to register these things. I think we want that layer of indirection though. We want to be able to have a web client versus, let's say, a truly like terminal client, like a text-based client. And we would do that via some middleman. Nerd tree or something? So you have the file view. I don't know. I haven't seen nerd tree. But I also never used nerd tree. So navigate between buffers, it's space B. You have your buffers. Yeah. Oh yeah, you hit space, you get, you know, file picker, buffer picker, jump list picker, etc. Lens thing. That sounds neat. How do you get to that? Oh, you're talking about these pieces here. Prism. Okay. Hydrate. Thank you, Bruno. Pour some more hot water. Just so it can cool down before I need it. Okay. Where should we put this kind of middleman? We need to be able to identify a connection. Could we do it here in root? It's doing two things. This is providing the base HTML, but then also wiring up all of the live view pieces. Oh. Yes, the answer is yes. We are on the right Wi-Fi. I changed that early, double checking, and now we are. And And yes, you're also right in that we're just getting Starlinked. Probably those trees. Okay, how do we know whether or not something has been upgraded into a into a WebSocket? A WebSocket connection's been made. So basically, we want to know that a player has connected. Oh, and you know what? Maybe we're a little early. It should be better now. It should be. All the lights are green at the moment. I think eventually we'll have somebody log in first or create an account. I think we do want this to be... Yeah, it looks like it dipped a little bit more. Yes, it's stable now, but we've had 4 unstable events. Yeah, very recently. Okay, well, we need something for these things to communicate with. How would we do this such that we have 1 per connection? Or do we want it per connection or per player, like account? Probably connection, because then we can hang the, like, you know, the player or whatnot off that connection. Oh, it's got a clear spot here. This is what I'm thinking. Right? We end up having this little prompt, right? And right now we don't have much in it, just basically dots. And this can send messages to something. We also need some sort of little text here, some little area that we can just kind of append text to. Right? We'll probably also have something at the very top, which represents your location, maybe your health stats, something else on the side, who knows, right? And so all of these different pieces will be live views. And together, they need to be communicated to something. And I don't know what that is yet. Oh, let's look through this. Here, what do we get off of live? Abstractor for embedding live views in HTML templates. Okay, inside it's either HTTP connection or WebSocket connection. Response, interesting. So depending on whether or not it's a WebSocket or else we can do other things. Do we know it in the public interface to know whether or not it's in one mode or another? Not sure. Okay. But what else do we have on mount, though? We have a live view handle, a header map, a URI, session component message to something that'll dispatch based on component. That way you have a single protocol format internally that can be expanded later. Yep. And so I think let's say, so we'll have something singular here, right? And then we'll have the ECS or whatnot be able to send messages to this thing to be able to split up the different UI pieces, right? Is it going this way, or that way, right? I like that. And then if we decided to have like a terminal interface, right? Like a proper old school MUD, somebody could have a terminal with the same sort of pieces, maybe with TUI, etc. Right? But it would be wired up slightly different. And then we would have just a different form of that, but the same kind of, like these pieces would be the same. Oh, that went poorly. Okay, I was trying to draw a circle. Okay. But yes, this question mark thing though, how do we create that question mark thing? And so here we can start to collect the pieces, right? Here's some of the pieces. What is self in this case? Self is this, it's prompt, okay. Prompt doesn't have much about it. It renders, so we could collect information on that. But do we have something that represents the connection? Like, how do we tie multiples of these together? Header map? I mean, maybe in the request headers, but those can be forged. So we have the handle. What do we get on a live view handle? Let's open the docs on that. HTTP request ID, some UUID. Yeah, we could do that. I was hoping to get some, like maybe it was already tracked, or just the, like the IP and port, right? Hey, Jokester, absolutely. We are working on building a MUD. That's kind of like an OG MMO. So it's basically going to be a text-based UI, or it looked like an old school text-based UI. But we're going to use a web browser so that people can easily connect to it. like end curses. We want it to feel that way, even though we're going to put it on the web. Does that make sense? Like, we want it to feel like you're in a terminal, right? Have that sort of throwback feel to an old school MUD, but make it available via the browser. So we'll use a monospace font, some very hard, limits, probably some ASCII art, but translated to HTML, etc. Request IDs, set and propagate request IDs. I see. I see. So then it would be available in the headers. So the associated type handle is how you communicate between the live view itself. Okay. The view handle is generic over the type of message for the view. And you do handle.send to get an update. Yep. You have exclusive access to self, so you can store state there. Which makes sense. So when this is starting up, we could store something like the request ID there for these other things to be able to use. What else is in here? Like, it seems like we keep coming back to find more stuff in here, which is pretty neat. Add extension, auth, compression, request ID. Okay, that's the one we were looking at. Sensitive headers. Nice. Okay. Oh. I see what you're saying. Basically, for the view itself. Well, we need to be able to associate views, right? And once the WebSocket starts up, they should end up with the same, like in the same request, right? But that's what I'm thinking would happen. Whether or not that's true. So basically, we need to be able to associate the prompt with the location, with the health, with the, like all these different pieces, right? And we could store request ID in here. It should just be a really long-lived WebSocket connection. Because it's that connection that we're trying to identify. Because that connection has all of these different view pieces. Yes, yes. Okay. This is coming together. View handle is clonable. This one here. So we were planning on cloning this and sending it to that kind of a dispatcher, for lack of a better word. Console and run once. So yeah, I was planning on taking this information, this handle here, and sending it to this guy here. Yeah, this would have like the prompt ID, like all of these different view handles in it, would receive messages from the ECS and be able to update different view handles, right? We're trying to come up with a way to be able to identify view handles, which I like the request ID, because on a WebSocket, they should all be the same. And then we just need to be able to send them to some central place, have them grouped together. Okay. Let's add the request ID so we can test that. UI mod, no, that's in web lib. Where did I put that? Start UI. UI start. Then we'll give it a port to listen on. Right, right. Yep, I want to build a registry for everything. I'm thinking of just using UUIDs, right? If we happen to get a collision, that's going to suck. We could either do that or use large IDs. Large numbers. Normalize path, propagate header, request rate sensitive. This is pretty slick. Wars, wow. Collisions, what are those? Right? And if we do happen to get a collision, we can just say, yeah, we drop that and just have them connect again. Because it would be at the very beginning of the experience. So that should be okay. Oh, I've not used layers in Axum before. So we have a service builder. Impl make request ID. Interesting. Oh, I see. So that request ID layer. That's the header name. Okay. Got it. And then we have the component that iterates them. Layers are tower. We got the service builder. Okay. Just layer on the router. Clean this up just a little bit first. Server. So I think these pieces could get extracted into their own function. what does this return? This returns a service? Something that impulses a service? Not really sure. What's a method router? Order of layers is important. Okay. You can also apply layers to individual handlers, which is what you do a lot. Okay. Service builder is weird. Service builder's layers works from top to bottom. This tower has layers. Make like a post so you can require auth. Oh, I see. Yep. That makes sense. Like Shrek. Layers, donkey. I guess it was Donkey telling Shrek about layers. I don't know about that. To do the impl on the return here, I guess we don't really need T. We just need service. Notice the difference in type signature. Copy link. So that's the new one, and oh, wow. That's the old one. And this is the new one. Did I get that? Wow. Yeah, it does feel like what I'm trying to capture here is going to be difficult. String for now. All right. Construct method router. So this is a excuse me. This is a method router. And what I tell is a method router? Time marches on, the trait bounds grow. To encode state into the URI in the app. Copy link. Rewriting requests in the middleware. Oh, interesting. Because you get the URI in your mount, yes. Okay, alright, one piece at a time. So we get this, going to return, method router. Now, okay, so that's wired up. We have dir service, or what do we, that's really like asset something. Asset router. Now, in this case, how do we... Because we want to add this layer before it gets handled here, right? And this get to root. So it needs to be before that. So, oh, we can do a route layer. Ooh, what is a route layer there? Apply a tower layer to the router that will only run if the request matches a route. So first add your routes, and then call layer afterwards. We could do this on all of them, though. Oh, what's going on there? Then we give it the layer. Okay. And the layer in this case would be request ID. Structs. Set request ID headers and extensions on request. What is the difference between this and the other one? This one sets it, it just doesn't have a layer in its name. All right, so we'll use the layer. Oh, and trace. We'll get to that. We don't have the feature enabled. Basically the same thing, except we're going to use UUIDs. Do we need... No, we don't need that. But the rest, yep. No. What shall we call this? Make my request ID. Oh, I put that in the wrong spot, didn't I? Oh, no, I didn't. Okay. It needs to be a header value. Oh, I missed that. String parse. Okay, we'll get to that. Let's look at UUID pieces. What is the difference between these versions, right? It's like version 4. Gotcha. Okay. Weird quirks. Interesting. Version is how it generates its uniqueness. I see. Oh, it's behind an unstable flag. Cargo add -p web UUID. Oh, the Mac in time. It's 7 is K sortable. 4 is good enough. Zero copy. Okay. At 5, use the namespace plus hash. Interesting. You can shove whatever value into the Postgres UUID field. Oh, that's interesting. Have I seen the const parsing of UUID in the crate? Hey, Raider from Togglebit, welcome everyone. How are you? Hope you had a good stream, man. Happy Wednesday. So we're in the middle of trying to make a modern spin on an old school MMO called a MUD. A Togglebit might remember MUDs. You're on cooking duty. All right, man. Well, welcome everyone. Nintron, how you doing? Blade Wolf. Yeah, so basically what we're doing is trying to create a modern take on an old MUD, like Zork or Legend of the Red Dragon, which I loved when I was younger. See if we have some images. So basically it's a text-based adventure game. You've probably heard of them. Dark Room is one that's on the iPhone store, or a Dark Room. I forget what it's called. But you get, little UIs like, conversations. You get things like this where, how do we make the text larger? There we go. Come on, larger image. Oh, it's keeping the image the same size, so I apologize. But you have your location, like you're at a bank, you have your options, and you enter, with text, like I would like to deposit gold, so D, right? Or return to town. They do have some ASCII art occasionally, and so we're trying to build this into an HTML UI. And we're at the very, very beginning of this project. We're exploring a couple of fun crates. Bastion, which provides supervision trees, message passing. It's basically an actor framework for Rust. We're also using Axum, AXUM, and Axum Live View so that we can push UI updates to the client. You've been killed. Boom. The page won't have to refresh. It'll just be using like WebSockets and yeah. Played Lord like crazy back in the day. Yep. Yeah, Togglebit raided and ran. He loved us and he left us. He's in cooking duty, he said. Oh, it gives you an ordered property. Huh. Okay, so where are we in this project? For everybody that's hanging out, this is our blackboard, right? Basically, what we're doing is we have happy users over here connecting to our web interface. And right now we're trying to be able to identify them because they're not authenticated. They just make a connection and start playing the game. And so we need to be able to associate these live view components together. And so we're adding request IDs to the Axum stack here. Was it Scarlet or something? Also, oh, interesting. All right, so let's add this. We're just now adding UUID. Let's give our LSP a kick. So it picks up that change. Okay. A request IDs, they want a new header value. And we simply into that? No. They can go from numbers. Let's check on the docs on that. Not that one. Nope, nope. Close some of these. UUID, bye-bye. So this here, this was our previous project. It's called Natter. It's just a Twitch chat. Here, I can pull it onto the screen here. So I'm using a little bit of OBS magic to trip off the top and the bottom of it. So I can send messages here. We can join different rooms up here. It's supposed to render emoticons from 7TV. But for whatever reason, it didn't load them today. So we built this using Rust, Tori, and Svelte. Yeah, fun little project. Good question, Bad Loop. Plus EXT. Ooh, what is this? Oh, okay. Nope. One tower request ID. Oh. From static, no. From stir. Guess we could change that UUID to a string. Into bytes. String. Oh, goodness. This is on SourceHut. So you can clone the repo there. And I called it Twitch Voices early on before I renamed it. So yeah, clone that, dig around. If you click on sources here, you'll see the repository and should be able to just clone it there. We didn't migrate it to Twitch message yet. I was thinking of having like one day a week where we actually work on the like this stuff just to keep it going. Oh, you're welcome, Bad Loop. How do we get our UUID to a string? Structs. Hyphenated. Huh. I keep getting sidetracked by writing custom EGUI widgets. Oh man. Oh, I see. Encode upper or encode lower. It's just upper or lower case. Got it. Okay, so I'm going to go with a hyphenated version. Hyphenated, not... I don't like what it's doing here. But upper? Oh, but that's not encoding itself. That just gets a formatter. Here we still have to pass that. Oh, it encodes it to a buffer. Oh, my mistake. Okay. So we give it a vec or whatever. Yeah. Oh, that's surprising. And what is this encode buffer? You can also just do .toString. I was looking for that. I didn't see that. Oh, it has display. Encode buffer is a fixed length buffer for performance. So I tried that here. Was not happy with it. Oh, okay, it's a string. Yeah, I remember. So, what's gone wrong here? The trait header value from string is not okay. We create a header value. Static, no. From stir. You need to parse the string into a header value. Now, okay. That's interesting, but how do you see that here? That you could parse this into a header value? So we have a router header value here. From stir, is that it? Anything that's from stir, you could use parse with. Ah, okay. Thank you. String. Bars. Oh, it returns a result. That should always work. Interesting. We didn't end up using the request, but we return a request ID. Okay. On Hyper HTTP for a while. And return the result, yeah. Morning. Morning, Vitor. So now that we have maybe this thing working, let's see. Maybe not. What's this? Oh, yes. Okay. This is the other side, right? Where we have our live view pieces. Okay. Essentially, at this point where a live view component mounts, we want to be able to inspect the headers, see that we did get the request ID, so that we can associate many live view pieces to one user, one connection. So in this case, tracing, just going to do error so we can see it. Tracing error. Request headers, live view, prompt mounted. This is the live view prompt. Run it, try to connect to it, see that we're getting the UUID, and then we'll add a second component. There we go. Reload. Come on, reload, buddy. We're not getting the network connection. It should have connected. Oh, there it goes. Do I have to click into it for it to connect? Wouldn't expect that. Ah, here we go. We did receive the X request ID. Nice. And a second one. Probably because I reloaded. Going to reconnect. How many did we get? We got one. Only one. Great. Okay. Let's add a second component so we can see whether or not they have the same UUID, which I can't imagine it would be different. It's just more of a sanity check. Hyper's logger, it's very chatty. Let's see. Can we do that here? Rust log equals that doesn't do it. Okay, so we would have to configure it. Oh, great question. I don't think I am. Let's double check. Yeah, I hard-coded trace. I did. I did. And this is in tracing, right? Tracing subscriber. EMV filter. We need to enable that. If you just install it via tracing subscriber format, you get the EMV filter in less lines. Oh, nice. Okay, we'll do that. This is Challenger Deep. What does this return? Subscriber builder. Oh, .init. We could just... finish. There we go. Oh, got it. Okay, so we can get rid of this line as well. How has my Wednesday been? Pretty good. Pretty good. Oh, look at that. Now we're just getting... Oh, lovely. Okay. We're still seeing Bastion, but it's info level. It's not too bad. Oh, no. Need to call it like this. Format, : init. Oh. Oh. Where are we setting hello world? Oh, it's part of the, oh yeah. We can get rid of that now. Couple more lines. Clean that up. Okay. So we have our... I clean up the little errors and warnings at the top. Okay. It appears to be working. Well, let's add that new component. What sort of component should we add? We can add a location. We can add the yeah. Let's go ahead and edit our .env file. Wait, oh. Edit. Doesn't work that way. Open file picker. It's not here either. How do we... Oh, just open. There it is. Learning a new editor. Still learning Helix. Rust log equals server trace. Or we're probably going to want server. And how do we separate these? Is it commas? You can also filter by span, which is neat. Really? Oh, goodness. Wow, so request ID? So if we put request IDs into a span, we could filter by that. Or user IDs, whatever it is. That's cool. All right. Close that. Okay. Let's add, the way I'm thinking about this is I want to have fairly simple user interface. And so we're going to have the boundary, right? And right now we have a little caret with a little input box. Right. Next, I'm thinking we have this piece here, right, which is really just a scrollable text piece, right? So it's like the log, the history, right? The response. What do we call this? Action log. We'll be able to clear it, right? So we should be able to clear it, be able to present things in there. It could be scrollable or not. Annual. It's the minutes of the game. I like log. Log is simple. History. Yeah, action log. Progress. All right. History is easy to type. Have our little history. Now we need to combine these views. 3D renderer. Valsecki. You have high aspirations for this. Okay. Now before, hold on, let's look at experiment main. What were we doing here again? Oh right, we combined these two pieces. So we need to do something similar there. Output. Lazy and opinionated. Prompt called input, log called output, easy. Yeah, I choose not to do output because we'll have many different outputs, right? We'll have a little title bar, like your location bar, and some other outputs as well. But log output. Okay, yeah, I can see that. So we are going to combine history with prompt. Hungarian notation all the way. Title bar output. Log helper help. Log output help. Welcome, sad man, lad, salmon. Oh my goodness, tongue twister. You do that just to have us try to read that. Abstract output file. No, okay. Great thing about this is we can rename it later. So this is history. And this is prompt. Just tossing it in here. Now we have our combined view. We embed that instead. Then we just need history. Oh, Salman. Got it. Got it. Sad, mad, lad, Sal, man. Oh my goodness. Singleton proxy factory being no. Yeah, we're not. No. Another reason not to use Spring. I'm doing well. Doing well. Let's see. We got about 45 minutes here. We need to create history here. Okay. In the scratch buffer, write it to web source UI history.rs struct history. Odd history, that's fine. It implements the aware interface, but is it socially aware? Right? So prompt here. What do we need for this? We need to. It needs to have its own message type. A bunch of little pieces. Not going to have form message. Not sure what we would have. Rename that later. We're not going to do much in here yet. No, we have to implement that, don't we? Render. We need to return something. Updated. That's not the same thing that I want. They rewrote the standard library for the third time. It's getting modded by Automod. Oh, glitch. Yeah. Okay. Well, this has to be in quotes. Figured that out yesterday. If you want text, you need to put it in strings. Okay. Hey, a little potty mouth. I had a boss that swore like a sailor. She was great. She was awesome. Right. We're good now, right? Okay. Running. Dun dun dun. Let's go see if we have a history thing. Oh, history goes here. Oh, gorgeous. Gorgeous. Okay. But there's no. Oh, there it goes. That looks like the same as that one. This looks like the same as this one. Okay. So this one is for history. This one's for prompt. Sweet. Okay, so we have both pieces. Why it's there twice? Probably because I reloaded it. Or I have another window open somewhere. Somewhere. Yeah. Maybe. How do you search through your tabs? Oh, search tabs here. Oh. Localhost? Switch tab. That's not it. All right. So now we have our second component. Nice. So now we need a way to be able to send these component pieces to a central place. I was just thinking about that glitch. Do we have an unmount hook to clear it? I don't think we do. See, where's our local documentation? Here. XM Live View. F6%. F6. Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, that's nice. Thank you. That's going to be helpful. Updated render. Where's mount? Searches history. Searches bookmarks. Oh, wow. That's going in my notes for today. Here's my little today I learned piece. So with the registry, yeah, how do we get rid of this information? So we'll have the view handle, and I think the view handle, if we fail to send to it, we can clean it up. We could have like a ping pong or something that just drops it eventually. What events do we get? Let's see. An update, event data. That's not useful. And these would be whatever we're sending back and forth. You two have a million tabs open. Yes. Well, it doesn't look like we get a lot. And yes, after... Okay. So really, when this view handle, when we can no longer send it something, we remove it. And then we should also have something where we know if a WebSocket, or it just goes away. Is there a way to get that with live view? I don't think so. Maybe higher up? Maybe we get some middleware where we can see if somebody's disconnected? Okay. That's a future me problem at this point. Future me and past me, the three of us, we have a strained relationship. Oh, embedded live view connected. Check whether the request was a WebSocket upgrade request. Ooh. What about a background actor that iterates over all of the handles, just tries them? Yeah. There should be a way to see the heartbeat. Interesting. It's here. What are we getting for the heartbeat? Yeah, here we just know that something's happening, but not... Where were we? Oh. Wait, where was the connected? You can use embedded live view, connected, to check whether the handler is responding to the initial GET request or the WebSocket upgrade. I see. That's not going to help us. Well, let's create something that we can send stuff to. Does it drop your live view? I presume it would, but we don't get notified. All we know is that we can no longer send to the channels for the live view handles. Oh, implement drop. Ooh. Oh, that's a great idea, Museum. One of my VODs is the second result. Oh my goodness. That's funny. That's funny. All right. I don't think I've ever implemented drop. I've never needed this. This is what I miss in Vim. Like, I want to just clear the remainder of the line, which I would have done with like a Shift capital C, but that doesn't work any longer. So how do I clear to the end of the line? Or select to the end of the line? Inserts at the end. XDS? Or XSD? If I'm here, X selects the whole thing. Yeah, because D deletes the line that you're on. So X selects the entire line. Anyhow, tracing. Okay. Yeah, clear cursor from cursor to end. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Let's try that. Let's just see if we get these. It's connecting twice. I don't know why it's connecting twice. I must have another tab open somewhere. Let's see. This might be different. Well, they both say that they're Firefox. Huh. Capital X. Extend selection to line bounds. Oh, nice. Let's try that. Let's go here. Oh, it's still the whole thing. It's just selected the line. All right. How is that different from... That seems to have the same effect, whether or not it's capitalized. Delete to end of line. Control K? Okay. No. Delete to end of line. Control K. Insert mode. Oh, if I'm in insert mode. I have to enter insert mode, and then I can do it. Interesting. D shift 4? What? No, it's not Vim. Okay, so we were going to double check and make sure that we're dropping these. So we close that tab. It's gone. Perfect. So one of these must have been for the initial render, and the second one was for the WebSocket and that connection. They ended up being the same thing, though. Okay. Also note that this one didn't get a drop, but this one probably did. Hey, Jonah. Yeah, Helix. Probably shift 4D. That's keep pipe. No, doesn't do it. Okay, so we have this little... We didn't get a drop here. Why not? The same one, just with different... And basically, the request ID changed for this component. That's interesting. So, if we go back to UI mod, we have like the live version and not the live version. Right. BGLD. So if we come out here, VG. Oh, yes. Okay, so you enter extended selection mode with V, then GL goes to the end, and then we delete. Got it, got it. Yeah. Oh, that makes sense. Yep, and VGS goes to the beginning. Got it. Okay. So next question though. We only received one drop. Why is that? And is this because of that? Did I say that this? Oh, where's our documentation on this? Here. Take note that your endpoint is called twice. Once with a regular GET request, and again to upgrade to a stateful WebSocket connection. You can use Embedded Live View Connect to check whether the handler is responding to the initial GET request or the WebSocket upgrade request. For the GET request, we do not want to register it. Put a log in the mount so you can see the order. Well, we do have this. This log is in the mount. So we are seeing kind of the order, right? We get history mounted, live view, history, then live view, and then only one drop. We do not see the method used. So we could, can we use that function? Embedded live view connected to check. And where do we have an embedded live view? Is that on, is that in the first area? Because I don't think these are not embedded live views. They implement the live view trait. We have the live view upgrade. Oh, in the live view response here, we get the embedded live view. What if those and put them here? That way they're created on each. Oh, it's port 8080. Ah, look, now it drops when it's done rendering there. Yeah, because it was captured by the closure was holding on to it until the WebSocket died, right? But if we create them inside the closure, then for the GET request, they go away immediately. But we can also annotate on those structures that they should or should not register themselves. Here we have a connection that is not yet dropped. If we close that, now it drops. Okay. Perfect. Is live. We do something like this. So you have a way to track the whole connection and track the frame outside and inside the closure. Yes. They seem like cheap elements, so they don't have a large cost. Send a message to the dispatcher saying, yes, it's dead. I like this. This is coming together. We could do it this way. We could have a constructor. I don't know, I feel indifferent. We could pass that other thing to the constructor, the embed live view. I like that best so far. And Oh, missing generics. What does that want? A lifetime? It's a mutable option to the light. Okay. We just need a generic here. It doesn't have to be anything specific. There aren't any constraints there. Then we wire up. Drop for both of them. With that. Could even make a generic guard type. Oh, interesting. That automatically deregisters these? Instead of having to do this for every single one, right? Is really, we're curious about mounting and dropping, right? Registering and deregistering for each of these components. Yeah. That's interesting. Now, we also only need to deregister once. Oh no, I guess we do it for every single one, don't we? Yeah. It could be something inside of history, like maybe just each one of these has, like, something that deregisters it. Rich foo. Right, and this thing could have that UUID. Oh, but we'd also need to know the view handle, right? Yeah. Dispatcher guard prompt with type ID. Because we're interested in asking it to let go of the view handle, right? So when we set this thing up, we can basically create something that we store that drops it. I don't know, it's... Do we do it at the front end or the tail end of this? Do we do it at object creation or object mount? Here we have the header map. Do we have the header map earlier? Hash map type ID view. I don't think we need the type ID though. I think the view handle would be enough. Oh, you're right. We need to be able to associate what the type actually is, so that the dispatcher can say, hey, this is a health thing. Hey, your location changed. Ah, yes. There's lots of ideas. Okay. I think we made some good progress today. Could be an enum or a U8 or static strix or, yeah. UID per view. Ooh. I like enums. Enums force errors. Well, probably some sort of enum. And then the view would say, hey, I'm this kind of view, right? History. All right. I think we're at a decent stopping point, though. Oh, you know what we should do? We should commit the code. Oh, what's the error prompt? Private field, yes. Mod. Oh, we need, yeah, that should be. Yeah. Okay. Mismatch types. No. Embed live view. Why? Okay. Oh, I didn't save that file. Okay. You can use infiltrate there. Oh, yes. Wait, was that a trait? It's a struct. Full live view? I don't think it's even constrained on that yet, right? Because at this point, it's just L. Like there's no... Oh, but it has to be for connected, right? And in this case, connected is impuled for no type constraint. So yeah, I guess we could say that we know it's a live view. Right, because down here, we know it's a live view. Yeah, it can just be a generic T. There's no constraints on it yet. Let's see. Foobar. No, we're going to get rid of Foobar. Git ignore. I'm getting rid of that. Do I want that experiment to be committed? I don't really. Okay. Wait. Oh, world. It's a library, so we ignore the cargo lock. People using traits with the least amount of scope. We're not in 2018 anymore. Those are good. That's that one goes away. Okay. Oh, I meant to get rid of it. Shift D, confirm reset, yes. Take that. This one and git ignore, sure. All right, in the beginning. ... Did you try out Git UI again? Does it have Delta support? No, what do you mean Delta support? Like here you can stage individual lines. We're showing diffs, flash patches, git add dash p. I don't know. Oh, that pager. I'm not sure. Let's see. Who should we raid? Myself? No. I'm gonna raid Tim. Haven't raided Tim in a while. Tim does like has this custom engine that he does some racing games with. So, oh, it does its own rendering in that view. Gotcha. Till next time, y'all. Bye bye.